Hey folks, Rashid here. Thank you so much for joining. And in today's video about the Python tutorial, I'm covering a very important topic. Um, I will be talking about what are the built-in functions, what are the standard library modules that you have seen in the beginning of the Python script using import something, right? And then third-party packages that you have seen that you need to do a pip install in the environment to get those. So actually, the reason I jump into this topic was my plan was to go over regular expression, and I had to import a module RE. So then I thought, in every Python script there are always import something, and you have to install some packages. So why not touch that basic and fundamental topic so that we get it out of our way? Okay. So these three things. So what's the difference between the two? I wanted to draw something, but then I thought, okay, why not use Gemini to generate these beautiful pictures? So yeah, we'll show you some graphics in today's video generated by AI. So there are some built-in modules. I was thinking of analogy that okay, when you get a house, there are already when you buy a new house, there are already few things which are comes with the house, right? For example, here it's interesting the way I generated this one. So if you look at the light, okay, the faucets, yeah, there's fireplace or windows, right, or something else. Some of the shelves or different things that come in the house when you go into the house. You don't have to bring from somewhere else. They are actually required to be a part of a fundamental component of the house. Actually, that's when I was Germany. The houses were completely empty. They didn't even have, I think, lights, not even faucets. So what I said may not be true. But anyway, they come with the windows, right? They come with the doors. Okay, so this analogy is good. Like you have seen so far, I've used print function. Okay, see the print instead of light. Then you've seen we use the length of, remember the string, the dictionary. Okay, and for example, a couple of mathematical things like round, absolute, yeah, input, dictionary, this string one, okay, converting into data type. So all these things, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do import. You don't have to install any package. So these are called the built-in packages. Okay, whenever you create a script, Python loads with every script. Now there are so many others, but it only loads the regular used ones, the one that you need most often. And if it loads everything, then that will be very heavy, right? Okay, so they come whenever you create a script by default. Then comes the modules in Python. They are in Python installation area. So the concept is that it's like a shelf, like a kitchen pantry that you see here. You have put everything there. You don't take everything out on the kitchen tables or the on the main places, right? You have them all, everything is shelved, and whenever you need something, you bring it from there. Okay, so idea, you pick what you need from a standard library. So that standard library sits where in the Python installation area. And the way you get, for example, this regular expression is an important module. Okay, and we can pull that module when we are doing a lot of regular. You will see in the next video we will use regular expression. It makes lives easier. Okay, so if you look at these jars, you see RE here and different things. So kind of the package thing, the module things sitting on the shelf, and then you pull them when you need. Okay, when you actually, the Python interpreter, it searches them when you put, so you in the beginning of the file, you've seen import and then the module name. So whenever Python looks into that, it searches it. Right. It searches that and it loads and executes So for each of the module, there is a Python file. So it loads it and executes it, and it also creates a link towards that file there. All right, and that file has some functions, some variables, some classes defines. Okay, so that is what you have seen import RE. Now there are multiple ways you can do it. One is, like I said, import RE. The another one, and inside, when for example, okay, this is search. You are using a function from this module. You say re dot the search, and we will use them. You give it a pattern, and then what string you want to find, and whatever you match, you put it. And we will do practice on these one. But just wanted to show you. Okay, here is how you call the package, and here is how you use a function within a package. You can also use some variables and some classes there. There's another way that you will see, or if you have not seen already, that from RE import, if you want to call only certain functions, then you use something like this. So in this case, you're not importing everything from that module, but you're importing only these two for that. And then when, for example, if you import certain functions with it, then you do this search. See, now you have already called it. You're not doing RE dot search. So kind of see the difference between the two. There's a third way, and you do is you import this as a different name. That helps sometimes when this one is a pretty long name, and you kind of bring it as a very short alias, for example, right? So here it's actually a bit longer. The alias is longer than the original one, but just to give you an example, this regex. And here when you want to use that search function, you would do regex dot search as opposed to re dot search. Okay, so these three different methods you will see often. The third one is interesting one, and sometimes you have seen, if the people who have done kind of data science, machine learning type of thing, and you see that you load Panda libraries, NumPy, and all those, and they are not there in the installed area. What happens is in the online community, they have created so many of these packages, what we call them. It's like an app that they have created. You download the app from the online area, right? So you have built-ins, and then you have installation area, and then people have been developing in different applications. This is where Python has a real power, because people have in every area, the community has created so many packages that you just need to import those packages, and they will start using the code from there, okay, as opposed to creating things yourself. So yeah, as I said, this is the online community, and it's kind of an app store for Python. I said what this is called is Python Package Index, PPI. PyPy. Okay, I don't know why this drone is doing that, but it's like another online place. From here you pick things, okay? And the guy who pick those packages is called pip, P-I-P. And that is package installer for Python. So it's a good analogy, that guy bringing boxes from outside. This was your house. You had already everything inside. You have you have a pantry there for shelf things, and then you have windows and doors. And the third thing is now you're bringing things from outside world because you don't have everything inside the house, right? So pipe and then pip, I don't know, people call it pipe or pipe, I don't know actually. So pip actually is connects to that pi at this py.org, and find the packages, download the file, install any other dependency it has, and then the whole package is installed. Okay, these are the example. NumPy is a favorite, is a most popular one, and then pandas. These are for the data science, machine learning, and for image processing is a very powerful one. And web development is Flask. We will use a Streamlit as well for our simulated and assembler program. All right, so I think that's it. So hopefully you got a good idea of these things. Whenever you see them in the Python script, you're not shocked about them. Okay. All right, that's it for now. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in another video.